leading up to the final experiment, I was getting questions pretty often about what do I think is going to happen. And most people said that the people that are dumb enough to think the Earth is flat are just going to continue believing that the Earth is flat. And the grifters like Nathan Oakley and Austin Whitsitt and people like that, they're going to continue to lie about it. They're just going to nuh-uh. I kind of sort of agreed. However, after watching parts of this debate and seeing some of the stuff that Bob the Science Guy has been putting out, he's been infiltrating and recording what Nathan Oakley in particular has been saying, I think it might actually be over. Now, what I mean by that is, by over, I think, and it's probably more of a hope, that these people are just going to stop being platformed, because I think even places like Modern Day Debate are realizing, look, this is pointless because the people that come up here and talk about this are just obviously dishonest crybabies. I've discussed this before, and you may have noticed that the Flat Earth movement, when they started out, they started off just saying things that are false, because most people don't know how to prove to you that the Earth isn't flat. An intuitive explanation to that doesn't really come to mind, because the vast majority of people don't go around thinking about how would I actually demonstrate that the Earth is a globe. And that worked for them for a little while. But then once people who have thought about it and are smart started, beating back everything they started saying, then they just switched tactics. Now they just say, I make no claims, there is no flat Earth model, nothing you've produced proves or disproves anything, because I didn't see it myself, or you didn't collect that data, etc. Well, that's now being extended beyond the flat Earth. Listen to this.
Yeah, this isn't measurements, this is predictions based on the globe model. So I 100% Janusz employed the globe model to produce this. So saying there isn't a globe model is a very bad look for you, because that's how this was produced. And then it was tested, and it was confirmed, and it matched reality. So do go ahead and continue to make that assertion. If you want, Brian, it's a ridiculous look.
Okay.
So MC Toon is talking about data that he collected while he was doing the final experiment, and he made predictions before he even went there. This is the reply.
Points in your echo chamber, but outside your echo chamber, people will just laugh at you.
I'm here now, and you're not allowing me to address that. So you just showed something there, and you said it was a globe model and predictions off a globe model. No, there is no globe model. What that is a prediction of what will be seen as the sun circles over a flat plane.
So now there's no globe model. And notice how he said what that is actually is, that's a model of what would happen over a flat plane, but there's no flat Earth model. They have to say that because none of the data supports them, so they claim ignorance. It's so incredible how they make a claim and then claim that they make no claims. Now again, we've known this, but let me show you some of the hopeful, or the things that made me hopeful. So here's James, who actually does know how to moderate, unlike that other guy, Ryan or something. Listen to how he's addressing Brian, who is obviously completely dishonest. Listen to this debate. It's hilarious how dishonest he is. He's like that insanely toxic guy in that video I uploaded a couple weeks ago. Just won't address anything at all.
Ryan, do you want to engage with what MC Toon just said? Yes or no?
Yeah, well, I'll engage with it. I'll do it a little bit different.
Well, when you say yes, but, I'm just like, okay, well, just yes is what's the but for? Just go ahead.
Well, he's got to avoid my question to him. But it doesn't matter. I just answer.
How are you going to respond to MC Toon?
See, he's just so over it. And again, he's moderating in a correct way. What flat earthers have a lot of debate tactics, but they all kind of center around trying sort of not to debate or to cause as much chaos as possible. What you see in all of these is the moderator goes, okay, well, everybody's talking over each other, so we have to go to 1-minute responses where the other person's muted. That way the flat earther can just say whatever they want, and they're never held accountable because nobody gets to interrupt them. And even when the other person has time for their 1-minute uninterrupted rebuttal, once the flat earthers turn, they just talk about whatever they want. Or if they keep it live, then they cry to the moderator. I've shown examples of people doing that in the past, and like I said, the other moderator, he's so bad, he just goes, okay. Like, he doesn't realize that he's getting played. Here's another textbook example of James moderating correctly, and why I'm thinking, or at least hoping, that it might be over for Flat Earth, because they can't get away with this shit anymore.
School type stuff.
I'm an outsider, Brian. I don't know anything about these topics, but I think it's pretty obvious he means like the North Pole region.
And do you think it's unfair of me to ask clarification on his question before I answer it?
I think it's fair as long as it's within reason. So I think that when you say north of what, he's talking about the northernmost point. So like the most northern point of the planet.
Yep. So again, the point isn't to go over specifically what they're talking about, but to show James doing a great job. Again, this is exactly like, this is so funny. When I talked to that flat earther and I said, well, the sun rose in the southeast, but the sun never goes south of the Tropic of Capricorn or Cancer. I always forget which one is in the south. And the flat earther just said, no, can you substantiate that? Can you back that up? Do you have any evidence? Blah, 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 blah. So Brian's trying to do that exact same kind of thing, and James isn't letting him. Bravo. Brian is crying that every time MC Toon says he's an idiot and doesn't understand anything or know what he's talking about, Brian goes, ad hom.
Oh man, it just drives me crazy. I agree that MC Toon is using personal attacks. That's not the same thing as an ad hom. I'm sorry. So many of you, both in live chat and so many people sound like damn fools when they say, ad hom. And ad hom is when you insult a person as a means of like tying it back to their argument and saying, therefore, their argument is not any good. If you just call someone a dummy, it's just a personal attack. It's not an ad hominem. It's just, so stop trying to sound smart by talking about logical fallacies when you don't even know what they are, whether it be people in chat or it's just embarrassing when people do this. Amazingly. All right, we'll give you a chance.
I'm surprised he called him out for it, but good job. It had to be done.
You're attacking the person, not the argument. Now, that's what Toon was doing as well. All personal attacks within a debate that are not addressing the argument are ad homs.
I'm sorry. If you look up the actual definition, an ad hom is when you tie it back to their argument to try to undermine their argument. He's using personal attacks. I agree. MC Toon,
no.
If you want to ask your question, I mean,
no.
This isn't hard. It really
Look,
is.
James, it's very simple. Your platform is fuck all to me. The reason I've never been on your platform before is because you're a bullshit moderator.
Wow.
That's why I've not been on your platform before. Because you're a fuckwit. And so is your other moderator a fuckwit. That's why I don't come on your platform. And because
just calling the people that run the channel fuckwits.
You host fuckwits like MC Toon, who's a proven fucking liar.
Oh man.
Proven it earlier.
Right.
That's why I don't come on your channel. It's bollocks. So I'm not sitting around here any longer listening to your bullshit.
And yes, he did rage quit.
Ryan, I gotta read the next question.
And there he goes.
Okay, come on. Okay.
Bob the Science Guy has just been absolutely killing it, putting out sort of these exposés on the, particularly Nathan Oakley. But yeah, so here's Nathan Oakley's take on the fact that we have 24-hour sun data.
I've been already. I know there will be a 24-hour sun. I go, oh, really? That's really interesting. Doesn't prove you're on a globe. You have to assume antipodal positioning and affirm the consequent for that observation to prove you're on a globe, and it doesn't. It's a fallacy. So it makes no difference what you come back and tell me, like John Le Bon found out when he asked me the same question.
Mind you, this is the same person who said,
in the flat Earth model, we say there isn't a 24-hour sun in the south, and there isn't.
There is no midnight sun in Antarctica.
They're changing their tune, and they're just flailing in the wind because all the liars know that the lie is exposed. I mean, this video is almost 2 years old. Listen.
If you could show me a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, the flat earthers will go away. Would you agree?
Yes. Oh, yeah. So again, the claim is that was always a fatal problem for flat Earth, which is why it's called the final experiment. But yeah, liars have to keep lying because that's how they make money.
If I saw a 24-hour sun that does a 360 around me like the Go predicts, I would
What would that
readily
look like?
admit. I really hope they go, and then when they come back, that's the end of Flat Earth, because that will be it. And
well, let me finish what I was saying.
Okay.
Yes,
go ahead.
It would match the globe. I would step back and be like, whoa, I don't expect it to. So I would admit, yeah, that's weird. That matches the globe. That's not expected on the flat Earth from my understanding.
So this is what I would hope somebody would do. It probably won't be me, but if I ever went on Modern Day Debate to debate a flat earther, it would be like career suicide, because I would probably never get invited back on the show again. But what I would do is make an opening statement about flat Earth being over and then leave, because there's no point in talking about it anymore. I would want that to be the example that gets set so that nobody can get a flat Earth debate platformed there anymore, because we know that they're liars, and we know that even if they're not liars, they've completely gone back on the claim that they made that would destroy the debate once and for all. So there's no point in talking about it. I actually wrote an example of an opening statement. It's pretty rough, but this is how I would do it. And the opening statement also goes over the psychology and the tactic behind being an online flat earther and just how dishonest and pointless it is. The flat earth movement is both a parody and a reality. Are there people stupid enough to believe the earth is flat? Yes. But almost none of those people contribute to the movement. The funny thing about stupid people is they don't always say stupid things. I've talked to a lot of them. Normally, they have nothing to contribute or just misunderstand. They either get stumped or you can easily pick out the misunderstandings. Liars do say stupid things, like this.
Wait, do you agree that if I was looking out and something was spinning one way and then I looked at it from the other direction, it'd look like it was spinning the opposite way?
No, it wouldn't.
Liars have to say stupid stuff like that because they're lying. This is the other part of the flat earth movement. The movement is pushed predominantly by grifters who are pulling off a sophisticated, secret troll scheme. Flat Earth is Fight Club. The point of most troll schemes is to create outrage because they think that's funny, but Flat Earth Fight Club has an extra layer. It's a humiliation fetish. Through a combination of abrasiveness and word salad, they spend all their time trying to get the other side to flip out or say, I don't know what you're talking about, which is the only response that word salad can actually expect. We've seen this in other places before. Jesse Lee Peterson and Alex Stein are good examples. Alex's argument that the Big Bang didn't happen was that rocks don't have buttholes. Jesse is a black white supremacist. I'm not sure why people think they mean what they say, but the entire point is to make you mad. Remember, idiots don't always say stupid things. They often don't really even know what to say, but liars always do. The word salad tactic is also designed to do nothing but run out the clock so that the debate doesn't really happen. Instead of answering a question, a grand narrative about nothing is used to run out the clock. The insult fetish is also not just for the opponent. They have the same insult fetish for themselves. Flat Earth Fight Club purposely acts stupid and abrasive so that people will lash out so they can avoid the debate, which they don't contribute to, and then spend the whole time crying to the moderator or shouting ad hom, proving that they don't know what an ad hom is either. The Flat Earth debate movement has nothing to do with being right. It's about trolling and trying to win debates by declaring the other side was disqualified on account of being mean or using some sort of logical fallacy or because they didn't understand some random gibberish that you said. We've known for a while that the Flat Earth Fight Club movement gave up. They had no choice. The average person can't think of ways off the top of their head to prove the Earth is round or to disprove that it's flat, so they had a brief stint. However, people wised up. In the face of overwhelming evidence that cannot be ignored, Flat Earth Fight Club just started to tell obvious and stupid lies. There is no flat Earth model. We don't make a claim. If you measure a star's position, you're making flat Earth measurements. Now they're even saying there is no globe model. Whenever evidence that they know they can't deal with appears, they don't concede anything. They claim that evidence proves nothing because, well, we don't even know how a flat Earth works or what anything is. This is head-scratchingly weird and contradictory. We claim that the Earth is flat and the entire sky is above the flat Earth, but measurements and observations don't count either way. We have no model. We don't know what anything is. We make no claim. All of that is a contradiction. They claim the Earth is flat and the sun is above the Earth, but there isn't a model. The Earth is flat and measurements of the stars prove that it's flat, but you can't use the sky to prove the shape of the Earth. Even an idiot knows that can't possibly make any sense. So then, what do you have to be to make that claim? A liar. They know that sky rotation, the angle of stars above the horizon, the 24-hour sun, the phases of the moon, and so much more cannot be described by a flat Earth because a model that assumes a flat Earth cannot be made, which reflects reality. They say there is no model. Beyond demonstrating that they are liars, this proves definitively that they have nothing to offer and nothing to say. I believe X, and I have no way of explaining X, and X can't explain anything either, because I make no claims and have no model. By your admission, you're done. It's over. You lost. Forever. Well, here's hoping anyway. See you tomorrow.